Welcome to another masterpiece created by Ubisoft in combination with UbiArt Framework, although I'm pretty sure that's the same company. This game automatically saves data. That's pretty much common knowledge for a game like this. Welcome to Rayman Legends, slapped straight on the screen like that. Finally! I'm still recovering from a cold, but I'm back after like 2 months of absence. It's been a while. Since I got my Elgato Game Capture HD device, I can now record Wii U with better quality. So, why don't we just kick it off with a Wii U game? Now, I actually played this game before on another file, so I do not have a continue option. But this game is pretty good, so I should be able to do it justice. If there are any issues with game quality, if not commentary, please let me know. This is the first time I'm recording with this Elgato, and I recommend watching this with 1080p enabled on full screen for best viewer experience. Now, with that said, let's dive in the story. And I'll let the storyteller do the thing here.
One entire century of yawning and snoring wildly. It seems that the heroes of the Glade of Dreams are under the effect of a mysterious snoozing power. Well, my little ones just needed to take a big nap. Meanwhile, the nightmares multiplied. They spread. They generated new demons, even more terrifying than before. The Glade of Dreams is in danger, my friend. Go. Quickly, wake up our legendary heroes.
Alright, so judging the story, it's a direct sequel to Rayman Origins. It takes place a few months, years, I don't even know, after the events of Origins, and the nightmares are back, and this time they're causing more havoc than ever, as you can see. There are flying dragons taking the teensies away, some copies I've seen even. Anyway, it's our job to rescue them, as usual. And of course, we're active by sleeping, so tap the screen to wake the heroes up. Good morning! It's time for a new journey. Murphy, shut the hell up, I know. High five, okay. So, if you're familiar with Rayman Origins, there is probably no surprise to the gameplay here. You can smash, you can jump, you can hold the R button to run. It's pretty smooth, you can attack in all sorts of directions. It's basically a platformer with melee, like most games actually have. Now, the thing about these games is that you really have to pay some close looks to your surroundings, because as you can see, you can already start to the left, and there is your first teensy, if you can get here. There. Here we go, there are a total of 10 in each of these levels, and I'll try to get every single one of them. But that'll be a challenge, because they aren't as easy. The game will guide you through the first part. You have to get like all the lumps, or the fairies, or whatever these things are called. I believe those are actually lumps as well. And you have to pay really close attention to anything that's on the floor. You can attack these, because everything in this game gives you points. Everything. Enemies, surroundings, and speaking of surroundings, there's actually something here. That's why the game really focuses on secrets. You have to look very close to get everything. Seriously. And as for this one, it might seem like just another way of collecting lumps, but... oh wow, I missed those. But actually, this is the one that we're looking for. There are three of them with a crown, and 2 of them are in the level, 1 is at the end of the level. If you clear one with a crown, you actually get a heart, which serves as like a backup life in case you get hit. And if you already have a heart, then you get 5 lumps, which is pretty nice. Now, as for this, like the... hey, the game won the glow box. That's nice. Now, we're already gonna jump straight into something new. Tap the touchscreen to release Murphy. This is new to Rayman Legends, as compared to Origins. And if you tap the screen, we change to Murphy. Now, I feel I need to do some explanation here. This is new to Rayman Legends, like I stated, and Murphy no longer controls the player. Murphy controls the environment. So what we're going to do, for example, is we're going to tap that thing. and we can make space. Or we can tap this, and some sort of slingshot will appear, which means that we can launch ourselves over there. That's the whole gimmick here. You have to pay very close attention to the surroundings here, like I stated. For example, here, there's some lumps. And you gotta be fast sometimes, because sometimes you gotta react relatively quick. Glowbox will just walk. He will just basically walk as long as he has a path. So, you might have to change the path a little to get him to go another way. It requires some relatively clever thinking, I say myself. Now, as for here, this is where the game really starts off with a Murphy level. You can cut ropes, make paths, hit enemies, so that your Glowbox can make a jump. You can open doors, just like this, and you can walk on. Now, you also have to pay some really close attention to your sound, because sometimes you might hear a teensy scream, "Help me," which means that there's one near. As in this case, if I move the lever up there, I can move on, but if I move this platform, Glowbox will go the other way. He will take down the enemy, and there's another teensy. So that's what I mean with manipulating. You have to be careful with what you do. If you move forward, you cannot walk backward. You have no control over Glowbox. So keep that in mind with your pattern of movements. I can also cut the rope here, which means that Glowbox can make one jump, he can make two jumps. The computer's pretty cleverly programmed here. But if I cut both ropes at the top there, the Murph or the teensy will die, which means you don't have to cut both of them. That's pretty much the gimmick here. Just control the environment so that Glowbox can move on, but be careful with what you control. If you control the wrong thing, you might miss something. And if you miss something, we know the deal. You have to do it all over again. If you want 100% completion at this. Now I'm controlling the wheel here, which means that I'm moving him upward to go to the second secret. See? If I went down there, I probably would have gotten something else. I would have missed this. Now as for here, this is just moving the wheels around. First move to the right, Glowbox will make some jumps, hold on, move to the left, he'll make another jump, and then guide him to the teensy. There you go. And that's two. And Glowbox looks horrifyingly sick, it's kinda gross. I don't even know what kind of Glowbox it is, but anyway. Let me pull this one out of there, that's another heart. Hitting the red ones gives you a heart, and if you have a heart, like I stated, 5 lumps. Pretty nice. Now hold on. He'll probably miss the first jump over here. Now go to this place to get the coin. Coins are like a huge collection of lumps, so if you can get them, pretty good. They're usually in really tricky locations, but this one is pretty okay. Just be careful with what you do. And every action you take has a consequence. Now same situation here. If I cut the right cord, I'll go to the right, but if I cut the left one, along with here, you'll see that I'll go this way. And then I can cut the cord again to make the actual path open. Be careful with what you do in this game. Now as for the last one, cut the rope. And there we go. That's 10 out of 10. Now I have to do some quick responding here. And tapping things on my screen. First two. Whoa, whoa. This is really difficult. It might seem a little easy, but there's so much going on my screen. It's not even funny. There, one more obstacle, tickle him, hit this thing. There you go. And that's the first level. In order to escape, all I have to do is hit the door. There. Level 1 completed. And a Uplay action as well, even though I have no idea what a Uplay action is. Now, at the end of your level, you get a score based on the amount of lumps that you collected. If you collect 150 or more, you get a bronze trophy, 300 nets you a silver trophy, 450 nets you a lucky scratch card, and 600 gets you a beautiful golden trophy. So try to get the maximum of lumps in the level so that you can actually get the reward. It's nice. Of course, my goal will be to get gold on everything, but it might take me a try or two. If you want to, you can post on Miiverse by pressing plus. I might do that if you want to, but not right now. I mean, my network ID is SilverSleet, so if you want to, check me out on Miiverse and perhaps you'll see a post of the Let's Play up here. But not this one, like I stated. So back to Teensy's in Trouble. Teensy's in Trouble is actually the first world of the game. And this level is called Once Upon a Time. Now you'll get the Teensy's back. We got a total of 700 to go, which is an insane amount, if you take a look at it. If you collect more lumps, or if you collect more Teensy's, doors will open and you get lumps at the top left, corresponding on your score. Now, scratch card. Like I stated, I got a lucky scratch card. I'm gonna scratch it open. Scratch me, baby. There we go. You just won 500 lumps. You can get a lot of things from there. And getting lumps gets you heroes, even. As a matter of fact, whenever we go to the main gallery, I'll show you some things before we move on to the next level. Now, these are the worlds. Easy Troubles the first world. Then we go on to some sort of story. Fiesta de Moferno. So I can't even read this. But you don't need a lot of them, except for the last one. The Living Dead Party needs 400. 400, that's quite a lot. Anyway, that's for the legend side. You also have the other things here. Creatures can be unlocked if we get a creature from our lucky tickets. Back to Origins, which is ironically named. If you get your Back to Origins painting, you can go back to Origins. Makes sense, and then you can play some levels from Origins again on Legends. Kung Foot is a bit of soccer multiplayer or football multiplayer, whatever you want to call it. Challenges are daily or weekly challenges. You can compete against other players all over the world and try to get the best score, which I might do at some point. And over here is the heroes, which I want to check first. Heroes. Now, you'll start off with a total of 5 of them. Of course, Rayman being number 1. You have Glowbox, Grand Minimus, Goth Teensy, and Sir Glowbrax. You know what? I'm gonna change. I'll take Glowbox. Glowbox! Ah. Glowbox is fantastic. Now, anyway, as you can see, we have a lot of things to do. 14, 20, 28, 40, 50, 75, 100,000, 350,000, and the grand prize is at 1 million lumps. I don't even know how I'm gonna make that in this Let's Play. Damn, that's a lot. But you'll see that the progress is rather smooth, because I got 1 level with the minimum requirements, and I already got over 1,000 lumps. You'll see that it'll go faster along the roads. So yeah, that's pretty much the first level, the first world. And there is Bubble Dreamer, which is the creepy storyteller. There's at least 1 new challenge every day, keep coming back, that's true. You can challenge if you want, I don't really feel like it. Not during this play, too. And yeah. The next level is Creepy Castle, but I'll save that for the next time. Once again, thanks for your patience. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I hope I can make this up from now on. No promises. You know how I am. You know how I am, but I'll try. So, stay tuned. Next time on Rayman Legends, we're gonna go to the Creepy Castle. See you then.